Alright, this is my only just really purchased Ibanez s320 that I'm having to sell because I ran out of money and I've still got 2 weeks before I get paid, so I need cash. I'm going a wee bit on a sort of last in first out type thing here. So basically this isn't actually finished really, so I'm putting it in as a project on eBay. When I say project, it works. It's fully working. Everything's in. Yeah. So a couple of I'll just list what's wrong with it. I'll list what's wrong with it first to start with. It's been sanded, so it's down to 120 grit. When I bought this, I bought it and it didn't have pickups in it, and the guy had sanded it and varnished and stained it and varnished it, so it's possibly a millimetre thinner than it should be because I had to sand off all the varnish first, but that hasn't affected it. The headstock, the guy had started sanding it and ran out of sandpaper, so it was all white. You couldn't actually see it. It looked awful, and I tea-cutted it for about an hour and I got it back to being black. If I can get the light to shine off it, you can see it's a bit matte. So it's not perfect, but it's still, as it is at Ibanez S series, I wouldn't have covered that up. This one's from 2008, assuming that if it starts I08, which I would think would be about right. Pickups have been upgraded to GFS, Guitar Fetish Zebras. Yep, I've wired in the 5-way switch to get the S1 switching, which gives you bridge, the sort of coil splitty one, both pickups, that one in the different wiring is parallel wiring, and then that one on its own. Yeah, I've not really gone in with all the things that are wrong with it. Haha, right, so what we're going for, it's natural finished, as in proper natural. People say that because it's mahogany, that'll let the tone out. It might sound much better. That's certainly what you could tell people. I think, is it Nuno Betancourt's got that? It basically means that I've obviously only just built this guitar, because if I left it, if I used it for a couple of gigs, it would be manky. So whether you want to keep it that way and then relic it yourself, it'll relic really quickly, or you can keep it for the tone that it lets out through the mahogany pores, or you could just paint it, or you could put true oil on it, or you could varnish it. It seems a shame to hide it. I was thinking of, my original plan with this when I saw it, when I first bought it, was I was going to paint it like a zebra, and that's why I had the zebra. That's why I bought these zebra pickups from America. But when I sanded it down below the horrible stain, I didn't realise it was actually quite nice wood, and I sort of waited, and that was a couple of weeks ago, and I couldn't really decide what to do with it. It's like, oh, and I was actually thinking of making it like a zebra, but just using stain, so it was wood and zebra instead of white and black, you know, wood and black. But I've run out of money and time, so it has to go. Yes, I don't have the tremolo arm. Everything else in the bridge is there. You need, and I've seen you can get them on eBay. I think it's either £12 including postage, or £12 plus £3 postage. I think it's 15 quid for the proper Ibanez Cosmo Black. What's it? Is it a ZR tremolo? I think that's what it's called. It's a very good tremolo though. Looking at it, even though I've never actually had a chance to use it with the arm, you can tell it's nice and rounded, and much nicer than a Floyd Rose. Look how thin the guitar is. Very light. Yeah, so it doesn't have that. Love where the input jack is. All guitars should be there. That's a great idea. Other things wrong with it, I don't have the 2 back plates. They're not there. This one here is a special one. See, it's got that wheel. It's got an extra set of springs there and a push back thing, which I think means that, I was actually having a discussion with this with folk online the other night. When you bend the note up, the bridge doesn't raise up as much, so you can, when you're chuck berrying, you know, in Floyd Roses quite often, especially if you've got it set floating, this one is. When you bend up that note, the bridge comes up, and it means that when you fret that note as well at the same time, it goes out of tune. So I think that's what that's for. Works works well. So you'd have to make your own back plates. I might still do that. I've got an old acoustic that was bashed up, and I was just going to cut out the top and make it out of wood. Should be quite easy to do. There's virtually no fretwear on it at all. In fact, I would decide there was none. Big, massive, chunky jumbo frets. 24 of them, I think. Oh no, it's only 22. 15, 17, 19, 21. It's only 22 frets. So there you go. I would have said it would be 24. That's why there's no fret markings apart from that one there. It's got 2 dots on the 12. It's still got the ones on the edge of the neck, so you can still play it though. Next guitar, so for a project, someone just wanted to try out the thingy. I would definitely buy the arm. Pickups, good. The pickups you get in these guitars aren't very good. I've got an s320 there, which I'll just show you. It's incredibly similar. This one I didn't do such a good job of sanding, and I've oiled it, so it's a bit sort of lumpy. I learnt my lesson with this one and did it smooth. I didn't do this to sell it. I did this because I wanted a S series, but I think that's gonna have to wait. So if I can sell this, get some money, I might get myself another one. But from just this one, I wonder how nice like a prestige one would be. And saying that, I wouldn't have, the bridge is fantastic. The machine heads are the usual Ibanez sealed ones. If you're changing them, I don't know why you would do that. It's got a locking nut, it's not locked on. These strings aren't even stretched in. And oh, the other thing is missing the truss rod cover, which I am sure I have. I'm sure it was on it when I bought it, but I don't know where it is. I'll try and find it. You can't even really see it anyway. It obviously doesn't do anything. It's just for a look. So intonation, brilliant all the way up the neck. All the frets, brilliant. Neck, straight. I don't know if the truss rod works. I've never even looked at it because it's set up absolutely perfect. That's really it. If you want an Ibanez S series, you want to take advantage of the fact that I've got no money, do it. Especially maybe if you're going to try and paint it. Although, what you could do is you could just leave it natural until it gets manky and then decide you're going to paint it, or just sand it again, or whatever you want to do. You should probably pretty easy to do it. I mean, the stuff comes out quite easy. I had the whole thing in bits to sand it. Oh, it's a brand new jack input on it as well. I've just noticed what I hate about this strap, why I've not been using it. It just works its way down. I think this guitar at the start of this video was way up here. Yeah, but it should be there. And it's just been gradually going. So, buy my Ibanez S series because I need the money. Not really any damage on it. A couple of wee tiny dinks in the back, but none you can feel. Wiring's maybe not the tidiest looking, but it works. Sorry. Cheers.